Welcome in here, race fans, tonight for a special edition on the Turn 3 Racing Network here from our Pennsylvania studios. Alongside me, you notice it is the Upstate Racing League, the boss man of Al Smith, up in the Upstate Racing Studios. We'd like to welcome you all here for a little bit of late race, pre-race season news. Al, welcome here to the show. A lot of things to get through in a short amount of time here tonight. Starting off with last season, Al, we have to congratulate you all up in the Upstate Racing League for having a great season last winter. But this season, it is coming quicker than we anticipated. This dirt season is just about, well, I believe it's about 45 days or so out here on the calendar year.
Yeah, it was a great season last season for our juniors year or sophomore year, I should say, here with the dirt late models, and looking forward to a third year with the pro late models coming up this season in February. We got the schedule to announce tonight. You got some sponsor announced. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. We are in the heart of asphalt season. We are one race from our from the Chase cutoff. We'll be going to the Chase after the holiday break once we get through North Wilkesboro. But tonight we're focusing on dirt, and we got a couple big announcements coming up.
Yeah, big announcements like Bartell Builders. They are back again. We loved having them on board the last couple of seasons with the dirt side of things. This season, they will be back, so that's a huge announcement. We got to thank that whole group over there at the Bartell Builders. We can't wait to see what they have in store. I did hear rumblings throughout the day, Al, that the Bartell Builders and some of our Upstate Racing staff and some of our Turn 3 Racing staff have been working behind the scenes. That news has not come out yet. That's a little bit later on. That maybe in a week or two, all that news will break. But we still have a lot of great news. You talked about that schedule that's coming up. This is the third season on dirt for you guys, and it's a stacked schedule. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it for all of our race fans out there. Let's head week one, Al. We're headed to Volusia.
Yeah, we're going to start down in the Florida state, kind of mock what the real world does. We'll start down at Volusia this year. We're going to go to lone time trials, and we'll go to 8-lap heat races where we'll lock in our drivers if we need so, a C main, a B main, and then a 50-lap feature. New for this year, though, is we're going to do no laps counting under the caution flag, so it'll be all green flag laps. So really looking forward to this, but we kick off in Volusia. It'll be the third time that we're going to start down there. We ran last year where Brian Hacker picked up the win, and it was kind of the tone for the 2020 season for that team in the 11 automobile. But yeah, Volusia, a very good racetrack. A little tough of a little track down there, but always provides a lot of good action.
And then week two, we roll into Lanier for another special event. Sponsorship still available out here at the Lanier National Speedway. It is 61 laps for the feature race. Last time we did head to Lanier, it was Justin McDuff being able to pick up the victory there. I believe it was Hacker back in, I believe that's 2019, if I can read our stats behind the scenes. But that is week number 2 when we head to Lanier.
Yeah, definitely. And it's 61 laps in honor of the late Danny Dubuque that helped set up the Upstate Racing League with myself, one of the founding fathers. We unfortunately, we lost him to with a courageous battle to cancer last season, about a year ago. So we miss Danny every day, but Lanier was his favorite track. I'm not sure if he ever got to try it on the dirt side, but we're going to do the Danny Dubuque tribute 61. Their race sponsorship is available still, like you mentioned, Roger. So can't really wait to get to that one. That one means a lot, and well, it will mean a lot to whoever parks it in Victory Lane. And a little bit short of a track. You do notice the difference in the heat race lengths. It is 10 laps instead of the 8 laps, which we'll see a little bit later on in the schedule.
Then we head week number 3 to a track that we've been to a couple of times. Casey Bietti and Robbie Schaefer, the two latest winners with the Upstate Racing League in the Pro Late Models. You can see right here, we're back down to the 50-lap feature events. We still have the C and B main along with 10-lap heat races before we head into week number 4. Week number 4, we've only been to the Fairbury Speedway just one time back in 2020 where Brian Hacker was able to pick up a win on the way to his championship last season at his hometown track here on the iRacing.com platform. Week number 5, though, we head to a brand new track to the iRacing.com platform. It is also brand new to the Upstate Racing League. It's the closest track that we will hit home with the Upstate Racing League. We head to the Weedsport Speedway. Al, this one's real close to home for you. Normally, though, you get to watch the big block, the small block modifieds run around Weedsport. This year, it'll be the Pro Late Model.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. The track is, well, we're talking to a special guest coming up that this is kind of like a square box. It drives very weird, and I'm very interested to see how the Pro Late Models are going to get around the Weedsport Speedway. It's been there multiple times. I'll tell you, they did a great job. Really excited to have that on the schedule for its inaugural visit for the Bartel Builders Pro Late Model Series. And I got to send a thanks out to Tracy out there watching. He's the main sponsor at Bartel Builders, so I got to thank him. I know he was really excited to watch this, but we are very excited to be headed to Weedsport in race number 5.
That's for the M&M Country Store 50-lap feature event at Weedsport. Then we head week number 6. We head back down here to the Keystone State to go to the Lernerville Speedway. Last time we were here at Lernerville, it was the hometown kid of Robbie Schaefer picking up the win. Then we head week number 7, though. We will head, for the first time ever, to the brand new track here that just got released a week and a half ago, to Cedar Lake Speedway. Al, sprint cars dominate here at Cedar Lake, but we have seen a lot of races so far go up and hosted this past couple of weeks with late models and big blocks, because those are new to the service. They've, had a lot of laps here. But the late models, I joined a lobby earlier. The late models here at Cedar are going to put on one heck of a show. Inside groove, outside groove. It's probably the raciest track on the service now.
Yeah, if you haven't been out to Cedar Lake, it's probably, obviously, with being the newest track, it's probably one of the better tracks out onto the service. This track will provide a lot of action, I believe, a lot of crossovers and clean racing. Hopefully here as we visit it in April for week 7, the race 10 laps in distance. It is still one of the shorter. Kind of reminds me of a faster Lanier. It drives a lot like Lanier does, but a little bit of a narrower corners where the straightaways are a little bit longer, but I think it is very close to what Lanier would be. But very looking forward to getting to Cedar Lake for the first time this season.
Then round number 8 out of the 10 actual scheduled, the Bartel Builders slapped their name on the Knoxville Raceway. It's sprint car capital of the world, where the late models will take over. That's where we wound down the season last year. That's where Hacker was able to clinch his championship back when we went to the Knoxville Raceway. So we're back again in round number 8.
Yeah, we got to thank once again the Bartel Builders for coming on board. They had their name on the title sponsorship last year for the late models. Coming back for a second season with them, and very proud of that. I just can't thank Tracy and Brett, everybody over there, very much for believing in the Upstate Racing League and wanting to support us and get it here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And very proud to have them back on board for the 2021 Dirt Series.
Then there's only one more round, technically rounds 9 and 10. We head to the dirt track at Charlotte. This is the race that a lot of drivers will be looking forward to. It's back-to-back features. When we head to Charlotte, both features will be 40 laps. That is round 9 and 10 on the season. Al, that is probably my favorite larger track, I should say, that we will go to. Half mile in distance when we head to Charlotte. We are going to sling them high and wide, and we will definitely see them 4 wide.
Definitely will, and it's good to note that we should have noted last slide is in race 8. That is the last droppable race where you're going to do one drop. So you drop your best or your worst race for the first 8 races before headed to Charlotte. Then at Charlotte, these 2 features are heads up to decide the champion. And why do we do that? We do that so it's easier for everybody following at home, where if someone has a bad feature in race number 1, well, does that get dropped or does it not? We don't do that for rounds 9 and 10. We will take the twin features, and that'll be heads up racing for the championship as we head to Charlotte. And just like they do with the World Finals, it is the URL Finals for the 2021 Bartel Builders Pro Late Model Series.
So there is your schedule, race fans. That is officially announced here for the 2021 Upstate Racing League dirt side of things, presented by Bartel Builders for the Pro Late Model Series. We're excited to bring you that, but we're also excited to bring you some more action Al, there's a special guest here tonight that we have to bring in. Al, pay attention to your screen right now. We know you see the live feed that's being presented to you. You see myself. We see you over here on this side for once I got it correct of what side you're actually on. Take a quick look at this, Al. This is brought to you, race fans, by the Upstate Racing League.
Hey, everybody. It's Rutledge Wood from NASCAR on NBC. I wanted to say welcome to the Upstate Racing League here on iRacing. Big thanks to Al Smith for the Top of the Line series. Want to thank Bartell Builders, the title sponsor. Big thanks to Roger Muth and Turn 3 Racing Network. Good luck to all the competitors and all the fans. This is amazing. Al, you the best. You know I love you. Don't change a thing. See you guys soon.
That was our friend Rutledge Wood, wishing all of us here in the Upstate Racing League, and especially you, Al, for putting on such a great league. Rutledge actually has been out there grooming over what has happened here in the previous years for the Upstate Racing League, so we got to thank our friend Rutledge Wood. Also, Al, that is from a couple of the men behind the scenes at the Upstate Racing League. They appreciate what you are doing. They wanted not only Rutledge, but myself to pass that message along to you for the upcoming season.
I appreciate that. It means a lot. We do put a lot of effort into this, trying to make it a fun place to come race. And not only that, but it is a family. We like to have our banquets and all that. Unfortunately, for the 2020 banquet, we kind of had to put the axe through that, as everybody knows, with the pandemic going on. So kind of lost that touch that we like to do with having a banquet and get to have people come up and all that. But no, it means a lot. And I really appreciate that. And Rutledge, my long lost brother.
Yeah, Al, somebody said it out there. I believe it was Zach. It is definitely your look-alike. But now, race fans, it's the time that you've all been waiting for. It is time to hear from our champion from last season. Let's take a quick look here at the stats for Brian Hacker. Brian Hacker was the Upstate Racing League champion in the 2020 season. He not only won the Pro Late Model Series, he also won the Street Stock Division. He dominated in both series. 10 starts back in the Street Stocks, was able to knock off 6 wins. That's a 60% win percentage. I know I had to take my shoes off to calculate that one out for you. It was also 9 top 5s throughout the season, led 117 laps to pick up the Street Stockers Division. Then, right after that, he climbed into his Pro Late Models for the Bartell Builders Pro Late Model Series. 11 starts of the year, 5 of them were wins, and then it was 11 top 5s, leading 260 laps there. I wanted to say, Al, it was great stats there by him, but Brian, you join us now here tonight to talk about your season last year, dominating throughout every track that we went to. Now, we're going to head into the 2021 season with these late models. What have you been doing in the off-season? We've seen you out there on iRacing, turning a lot of laps in multiple different classes.
Yeah, I think Al hit it on the head earlier. It's the middle of asphalt season right now, so we're just trying to run as quick as we can and as clean as we can on the asphalt side of things. We're having a pretty good season, certainly not where we were last season in dirt, but hoping here. I think we've got ourselves in pretty good position to make the chase coming up. So looking forward to that as we round out the season in January and February, and then it's time to switch it over to dirt and get back on the surface that I didn't even know I liked until a couple of years ago. But I've taken a liking to it, and last season everything just kind of came together for us.
Yeah, I talked to you before the season, last season, and you said, I'm just trying to come out here and do this dirt thing. I want to be good, but I'm not sure I'm good. Well, we can officially tell you you're good. Then it came to the asphalt side of things here with the Upstate Racing League, and you told me, I'm just coming out here to try my hand. The field is stacked. The competition here in the Upstate Racing League is bar none, and that is definitely showing over on the asphalt side of things. You're kind of dropped back this year, maybe took a step back. Do you think running on the dirt all last season and focusing over there maybe hurt that asphalt side of things?
Actually, no, I think it helped more than anything. Surprisingly, maybe not surprisingly, as you see a lot of these guys coming from the dirt ranks and doing well on the pavement side. But running dirt, and especially these pro late models, has helped me out. Throttle control and figuring out where to maybe change lines up or different strategies or tactics for trying to get around people. But it's helped me more than anything. So. I think we're sixth in points on the asphalt side. We don't have any wins. Got a few top top 5s. We haven't been outside of the top 10 all season. So looking to keep that consistency and maybe get a little bit faster as we head into the chase. I don't know if we can park it in victory lane for to pick up a champions trophy in that coach's corner challenge, but we're certainly going to try. I'm not gonna give up. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's not in the nature for you to just roll over. Last season, though, let's focus back onto the dirt side of things. It was a year for the record books. You now hold some of the most wins in the Upstate Racing League on the dirt side of things, some of the most laps led. Can you repeat what you had last year as we return to the pro late model this season?
To be completely honest, I highly doubt we're going to repeat what we did last year. I'd like to be competitive. Of course, I'd like to go back to back and win some championships. But like I said, everything just kind of came together for us last season. There was a little bit of luck involved. We had some good draws in heats, and we had some good, I guess, accident avoidance and features, and ended up having a really good season. I don't anticipate that happening the way it did last season again. There's a lot of fast guys out there, just looking at who's returning, and Robbie Schaefer in the 97, he's always fast, and Casey Beatty and Justin McDuff, and I know we've got some newcomers coming along. We've got a guy right on my own team at Smith Racing Inc. that has some dirt chops to him. So I'm expecting some of our own guys to perform well too. So looking forward to it.
That is coming up. Now, you have seen the schedule, just like everybody else that's tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network or the Upstate Racing League's Facebook and our YouTube page. We do appreciate every one of you tuning in tonight. But now, Hacker, you have seen the schedule released. There's no secrets. There's no hiding it of where we're going. Where do you think you could possibly park the number 11 Illinois into victory lane for the first time?
I really like the start of the season. Last year we ran Volusia really well. I felt really good there. Glad to be starting there again. We kicked the season off on a really positive footing last season, so hopefully we can do that again. Lanier is one of our strong tracks too, right there in week 2. There's a few that we go to that I'm probably not as good at. I know that home track for the Upstate Racing League in Weedsport, definitely not one that suits my driving style. It's a little different, one that I'm going to have to put some laps in to see if I can figure something out. And the championship being moved from Knoxville to Charlotte's definitely going to be a change too. It is not one of my better tracks. So hopefully, we're going into the championship in good shape. But if it comes down to racing folks heads up for the championship, again, we're going to have to put in some practice and get a little better there.
Yeah, this will be the first time that we do take the Upstate Racing League to wind down the season at the Charlotte Dirt Track. The last couple of seasons, we did head over to the Sprint Car Capital of the World, where we rolled in with our late models to pretty much take over the show. Hacker, it's been a great time talking to you here. I'm being told in my ear from the boss man of Al Smith that there is some breaking news currently that we have to get to here, race fans. Breaking news out of the Upstate Racing League. Let's see what the trailer has to say about this one.
What?
So breaking news, Al, we talked about it at the top of the show that the Upstate Racing League, the Turn 3 Racing Network, and alongside the Bartell Builders, they were in discussion, and officially I just got word from the producers and everybody down at the board. Al, it is official that we will officially, for the Upstate Racing League, be going big block racing in the 2021 calendar year at the Volusia Speedway to kick off the Upstate Racing League Dirt portion of the show. That is breaking news. That is something that we did not anticipate coming into this brand new calendar year.
No, I've been talking with Brett, and being in the upstate New York area, we knew it was a possibility that the big blocks or in the small blocks were going to come out before the season became. Uh, we had some inside information that said December, but we weren't sure with the whole COVID situation whether or not the big blocks would make their debut in time for a switch or a potential switch. And they came out in December, and we've been in talks with the Bartell Builders folks. They are out in the heart of the Midwest. So they are in late model country. Let's just say that they did not really know. They've heard of the Northeast, the beast of the Northeast, and all of that. So it took a little bit of coaxing there. And I know that Tracy and Brett have gotten behind the wheel of the big block modifieds here as of late. And well, it looks like they're going to make the switch. I've heard rumbles that both Brett and his dad Tracy are going to be in the field this year.
Well, that's great to hear. Let's take a look. Our truck tells us we have it queued up for all you race fans out there to learn a little bit more about what the big block modified is here in the Northeast. They have made it down to Raging Cajun country. They do take it down to Florida once or twice a year. Also South Carolina, North Carolina, especially that Charlotte, North Carolina, the dirt track at Charlotte, where they end their season for the World Finals. That is going to be here this season. That's where we will wind down. Let's take a quick look here at that slide. It is going to be a 467 cubic inch naturally aspirated V8 engine, pushing out 757 horsepower to the rear wheels. That is ground pounding. I mean, Al, you can feel the thump of those big blocks in the chest when they start them up.
You can, and there's nothing like watching a big block modified race. It's some of the best racing that you'll see, and that's not knocking the late models. I love watching late model racing. That's kind of, we don't get to see that a lot coming from the New York area. We have to travel a little bit or watch them on TV. So it's kind of fun. It's going to be fun to race with the cars that a lot of our members grew up watching on a weekly basis, or help on a weekly basis, or even drive on a weekly basis. So it's going to be, it'll be fun to drive this. And I'm not saying that the late models are going away. I won't say that. I got some things that we're working on behind the scenes, but the broadcast series that'll be here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with you, Roger, is going to be these big horse-powered, I call them, they're like a baby of a sprint car and a late model. A lot of center steer. It's a little bit to get used to, so it's going to be interesting what happens with the big block modifieds.
The Big Block Modifieds brand new to the iRacing.com server. They are brand new also to the Upstate Racing League. They are coming in 2021 when we head to the Volusia Speedway for the first time. This machine here is mainly up here in the Northeast. It is the beast from the East is what they pretty much call it. These machines are a center drive machine. Race fans, that means you are dead smack center in this, or call it machine, which means the drive shaft, and your transmission literally sits between the driver's legs. So it's going to be interesting to see which one of these Upstate racing drivers are going to be able to wheel and deal the big block modified here. Al, that is the breaking news here. All around iRacing right now is the big block modified, and it's coming to the Upstate Racing League. I'm excited, Al. Me, being from Pennsylvania, just down the street from the Grandview Speedway. We get to go to the Grandview Speedway Big Diamond all the time to watch them. Weedsport, which is here in iRacing, we will get to experience as a family on iRacing with the Turn 3 Racing Network and the the Turn 3 Racing Network and the Upstate Racing League. All together, we will now see big blocks.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm also sad. I really thought last season was probably our best dirt season to date. So, I'm excited for the racing that we've been able to see so far within the first 2 weeks of having the big block modifieds, and I think the racing will only get better. But I am also sad for the late models not to be the centerpiece show at this current point for this upcoming season, but I'm not saying that the late models are going away. So, URL with late models, they helped us. We are, from the asphalt side through our dirt side right now. They have been our full late model-esque series in league. So that, I have a fond part right here in the heart for the late models, but really excited to get behind the wheel of the big blocks and hopefully be able to make at least one show this season.
Well, it's going to be a star-studded field coming this season here. Al, tell us a little bit here quick while we have everybody that is tuning in on Facebook, and YouTube here tonight. When are signups going to be coming? When should we look for them? When is the renewal process? And how is that all going to work? Because I'm sure you are going to get bombarded here in the next, it looks like about 5 minutes and 57 seconds, according to my iWatch.
Yeah, so signups are going to start at the beginning of February. The first race, obviously, being February 25th. We'll get everybody in the process there. The first week, we'll go to our loyalty members who ran at least 8 of the 10 shows last season. They get first dibs on signing up and getting their number reserved. And then we'll open it up to the general public. We'll run a few practice races or practice nights up until the 25th for the season opener. And then it's pretty much on there for 9 straight weeks of action and door banging and Nerf bar rubbing and all the fun that these modifieds seem to have so far. So it'll be a lot of fun, I think. And so beginning of February, look on our website, upstateracingleague.com. Look on our Facebook page at the Upstate Racing League. Really, really looking forward to this. Wasn't expecting the news here tonight that we were going to be going to the big blocks. I kind of already started my paint job on the late model, so we'll have to see if we can transfer it over to the big block for the final there. But very excited for this. Hopefully everybody out there is exciting. I know that there's going to be some upset people that the late models kind of getting put on the jack stands for the broadcast series, but maybe we'll work on something for maybe summertime for the late models.
So that is all very exciting action or entertaining action news here that we just broke tonight. But Al, I got one question out there in chat as we're approaching Christmas time here as the Christmas music comes in from the truck. What about the small block, big block showdown? We've seen a ton of it. You and I actually have ran a lot of big block, small block shows under hosted, password protected recently.
Yeah, so I think we're in the works on getting one set up, trying to figure out how to even out the playing field. On a fresh track, it seems like the big block has the advantage, but then as soon as the track gets that slick off state, the 358s have an advantage. So just trying to play around with that, but I think maybe a specialty show coming up at maybe Cedar Lake in the near future is in store to have a big block, small block showdown, just like up at one of my tracks. I live close to Devil's Bowl Speedway up there in Fairhaven, Vermont. I know a few other places that have the big block, small block challenge. I'm not also ruling out where maybe the big blocks and the 358s, you can choose which one you want to run on a night. So figure it out as the season goes, but really looking forward to it. But I think it's all going to be a big block show. Really looking forward to this season coming up here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
So there you have it, race fans. Before the new year, before Christmas, it is a Merry Christmas present from the Bartell Builders. That will now be a big block series here with the Upstate Racing League. You will be able to catch all the racing action for the 9 weeks, the 10 shows right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I'll be behind the mic once again to bring you all the racing action this coming season with the Upstate Racing League. But Al, I believe that is all the news that we had in the bag of tricks here tonight. So, what do you say?
Thank everybody for tuning in here. I gotta thank Brian Hacker for taking the time to come in as our champion. I think we had him snookered there watching him on the cameras when the video broke there of the breaking news that we're going to the big blocks. I thought he was a little shocked on it. I think he was mentally prepared to be running the late model this season, but it'll take and figure it out, and we'll have some fun here coming up. But thank you, everybody, for tuning out. Turn 3 Racing Network, Roger, for all your hard work over the last, I'll say, 36 hours since we decided to put this together.
Yeah, if that. Race fans, we thank you all for tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network as we approach the holiday season here for Christmas, New Year. We wish you from the Turn 3 Racing Network alongside the Upstate Racing League, and of course, our friends over at Bartell Builders, we wish each and every one of you a happy and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Race fans, stay safe because we want to see you in the 2021 race season here for the Upstate Racing League, and we want to see you back every night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So to all you race fans, we appreciate you. We salute you here from our Pennsylvania studio, from this side. He's on this side. Our Upstate studio. I'm Roger Muth, that's Al Smith, and our special guests tonight of Brian Hacker and Rutledge Wood. We can't wait to see you at the races, race fans.
Hey everybody, it's Rutledge Wood from NASCAR on NBC. I wanted to say welcome to the Upstate Racing League here on iRacing. Big thanks to Al Smith for the Top of the Line series. Want to thank Bartell Builders, the title sponsor. Big thanks to Roger Muth and Turn 3 Racing Network. Good luck to all the competitors and all the fans. This is amazing. Al, you the best. You know I love you. Don't change a thing. See you guys soon.